Promotional activities are an important part of marketing in Arizona real estate, but they are also one of the most highly regulated areas under ARS Title 32, Chapter 20, and the Commissioner's Rules, R4 28 503. The Arizona Department of Real Estate, ADRE, enforces these rules to ensure that all advertising and promotional methods are conducted ethically, truthfully, and without misleading the public. This module focuses on the boundaries between creative marketing and unlawful or deceptive promotional practices, helping licensees understand how to market effectively while remaining in full compliance with the law. Real estate licensees may use promotions to attract clients or advertise properties, but all such offers must be honest and clearly disclosed under R4 28 503. Licensees are prohibited from describing promotional items or incentives as awards or prizes. This rule prevents the public from being misled into thinking they have won something by chance, when in reality, the item is simply a marketing incentive. For instance, an agent cannot advertise, "Win a free vacation when you buy a home," because that implies a contest or lottery. The correct way to phrase such a promotion would be, "Receive a complimentary vacation package upon closing." The distinction between these two phrases lies in transparency and legality. One implies chance and gambling, while the other represents a legitimate incentive tied to a transaction. Licensees often offer clients incentives, such as home warranties, moving cost reimbursements, or rebates. These are allowed under Arizona law, but only if the advertisement fully discloses all conditions and limitations. For example, if a licensee offers a free home warranty with purchase, they must identify the provider, specify coverage details, and make clear any conditions that apply. Misleading or incomplete disclosures may be considered false promises or misrepresentation. Additionally, if a licensee offers to reimburse closing costs or provide a rebate, they must disclose this to the lender and escrow company so that it is properly reflected on the settlement statement as required under RESPE, Real Estate Settlement Procedures Act. Transparency is key. Clients must understand what is being offered and under what circumstances it applies. Solicitation is another major area of regulation in real estate marketing. Under both federal and state law, there are limitations on how licensees may contact potential clients. The Telephone Consumer Protection Act, TCPA, and the Do Not Call Implementation Act prohibit agents from making unsolicited phone calls to anyone listed on the National Do Not Call Registry without prior written consent or an existing business relationship. Violations can result in penalties of up to $43,792 per call. In addition, the CAN-SPAM Act requires that all marketing emails and digital messages include the sender's name, the employing broker's name, contact information, and an option to unsubscribe. Unsolicited text messages are also restricted unless the recipient has given express consent. These laws protect consumers from harassment, excessive solicitation, and privacy invasion. Solicitation methods must also comply with ADRI advertising regulations under R4 28 502E, which require the employing broker's name to appear clearly on all materials. This includes mailers, flyers, digital ads, and social media posts. Misleading or high-pressure solicitation tactics, such as promising guaranteed results, using fear-based messages, or misrepresenting property value, can result in disciplinary action under ARS Section 32-2153. Additionally, practices such as blockbusting, where an agent uses fear or prejudice to encourage homeowners to sell, are illegal under both the Federal Fair Housing Act and ARS Section 41-149 1.17. One of the most specific areas of this module involves lotteries, contests, drawings, and games of chance. Under ARS Section 13-3301 Any promotion involving payment or consideration for a chance to win a prize is considered a lottery, and therefore illegal for real estate licensees. This rule prevents gambling-like activities in real estate advertising. However, there is one limited exception under ARS Section 32-2 I-6, which allows subdividers and developers with an approved ADRE public report to conduct promotional games of chance, provided that no purchase or payment is required to participate. The purpose of this exception is to allow developers to market new communities using lawful and transparent contests, such as free drawings for gift items or weekend stays, that do not influence property sales through chance. When a subdivider wishes to conduct such a promotional activity, they must submit detailed documentation to the ADRE before launching it. This includes the contest's official rules, copies of all advertisements, samples of entry forms, a sworn statement affirming compliance with Arizona law, and a copy of the public report for the development. The contest must clearly state that participation is free and that no purchase increases the odds of winning. All materials are reviewed by the ADRE to ensure compliance with both real estate and gambling laws. If a subdivider conducts a promotional contest without ADRE approval or misrepresents its conditions, the department can revoke their public report and impose civil penalties. The overall goal of these promotional and solicitation laws is to protect the public from deceptive practices and maintain trust in Arizona's real estate industry. The ADRE expects every licensee to market ethically, avoid misleading terms, and always prioritize transparency over persuasion. Advertising and promotion are privileges that come with the responsibility to uphold integrity and honesty in every communication with the public. Key points to remember under R4-28-503: promotional items cannot be described as awards or prizes. All incentives must be clearly disclosed as marketing promotions. Home warranties, rebates, and moving cost offers must be truthful, fully disclosed, and compliant with RESPA and ARS Section 32-2153. Solicitation methods must comply with the Do Not Call Registry, TCPA, and CAN Spam Act, and must always identify the employing broker. Lotteries and drawings are illegal for licensees unless conducted by a registered subdivider with an ADRE. Approved public report under ARS, Section 32-2183.01. Subdividers conducting promotional contests must provide ADRE with detailed contest rules, advertising copies, entry forms, sworn compliance statements, and the current public report before approval study tip. When studying this section, remember the phrase, transparency over temptation. Every promotion or solicitation that tempts consumers with exaggerated promises or misleading incentives violates Arizona's real estate law. The safest and most effective marketing methods are those that are truthful, fully disclosed, and free from elements of chance. Arizona law encourages creativity in advertising, but only when it is built on honesty, disclosure, and respect for the consumer.